Okay. Okay, I want to welcome everybody to a quick martial arts video here. So it's going to be like a lesson tutorial video. Now, most of you know me online from my many channels over the years, since back in 2008 when I started. And I've since then made thousands, and I mean literally thousands, of videos across various platforms in different locations, from when I was younger until now. Outside, indoors, in all kinds of weather. I've shown many different training methods of martial arts. I've made whole series on various systems. I've shown forms, basic martial arts forms and katas, Taolu in Chinese. I've shown weapons training. I've shown breathing. I've shown so much in terms of fitness and self-defense, plus videos training with people too, application stuff, so much martial arts training of kung fu and various different systems growing up over the last since back in 2008. But what you'll also know is in the last couple of years, it's in the last 2 or 3 years, in this year it's 2020, in the last few years leading up to 2020, I've not done so many martial arts videos. I've done a few here and there. You'll see me mucking around on my punch bag. You'll see me covering a few concepts, but nothing as much as it used to be back in the day. And I want to apologise for that, okay? And I will be sharing more because my life is all about martial arts. I focus on art and animation mostly. I love to create art and animation. I like to create music too. I like to make short films. I like to write short stories. I love a lot of things, making some books. I love to create. But martial arts training is a really good thing for your mind and body, your health, and it's always going to be with me. It's a guiding force in my life, and it's something that I love to share with everybody, because you don't have to be the toughest person or be wanting to fight people all the time, but it can give anyone out there of any build, some good, how can I say, focus training for energy in the mind and the body. It's good for self-defense, yes, and it's good for coordination, balance, strength, endurance, physical fitness anyway, okay? There's a lot of different methods you can train in the martial arts, and it's never too early and never too late, kind of thing, right? Obviously a newborn baby is not going to be able to train, or someone's just on their way out, but concepts can be trained. But from a child to an old age, you can train martial arts. You don't have to be so muscle man like the Mr. whatever it is, strongest man in the world, competitions, Olympic, whatever it is. You don't have to be the most flexible. You don't have to be able to do backflips and contortionist, super flexible stuff. You know, like some of these yoga people are really good at what they do. But the thing is, you don't have to be the most flexible, the most, anything strong. But there's different techniques in the martial arts, different ways to move. It teaches you a lot. That's all I can say, right? There's different ways that you can move and apply the techniques and the training, different kinds of training and concepts and training. So in this video, in this particular video, I just want to say that just first before we start. I will make some more martial art videos when possible. What kinds and what types, I don't know for sure. If you'd like to see more Wing Chun videos, let me know. Kung Fu and Wing Chun, because I train a lot of Wing Chun. Mandarin Chinese, that's Yong Chun, as I say Yong Chun train. Tai Chi, obviously, Tai Chi, so some basic training, but I don't train the forms anymore like I used to do a bit, but I can show some concepts and some basic training methods. 5 Animal Kung Fu, I've got an experience in 5 Animal Kung Fu, so if you'd like to know more about the tiger and the crane, I can recover just some basics what I know on that training. Weapons training, like the long staff, the bow staff, I don't know when I'm going to get around to doing more videos with that, or sword training or anything like that. But I have done training, as I say, in sticks, short sticks, knife training, sword training, different kinds of knives. You've got the butterfly knives, obviously, long staff, stick, bow staff, good training. Basic breathing exercises, basic flexibility training and stuff that I do for myself, which has come from many years of training in different martial arts systems. Just basic training in general, like basic kickboxing, like slash karate, a mixture of training that I do now, where I show basics in how to punch, block, kick, various stance movements and kicking and maneuvers, basic concepts on certain grappling, sticky hands, pushing hands, locks. I can cover certain things, but obviously you can imagine, as you can imagine, I don't always have someone in the video, so without showing someone in the video to show the applications and the training methods and the sparring, it's kind of hard to understand certain movements. Like recently I made a video where I was covering some movements in this room, and it was very hard for me to explain because I was talking about doing techniques where I'm grabbing someone and throwing them and all this stuff, blocking and striking. A lot of the time it looks very mechanical and silly in some ways because you can't see the application until you really see it with someone there. And you can do moves in an exaggerated way, you can do it in a realistic way. I believe in training realistic, and especially if it's not just for the health principle, because you can train just for the health and just movement anyway for your body. But for the fighting part, it's got to be trained realistically. But they do say this, seeing is believing, but feeling is the truth, right? So the feeling is the truth. When you're training with someone, you feel what's actually working, or when you're exaggerating, you're able to throw that person over. If someone's choking you, how are you able to get that person's arm off quickly, the quickest area that you're able to strike, and cover, how you're effectively able to cover and maneuver and move around. That's going to be trained realistically for you as a person. And it might come from a background of many things. You may have just done boxing. I grew up, I've done kickboxing when I was younger too. You may have done some army training, I don't know what, some different maneuvers you've done, how to move. It may be a combination of various different training methods and fitness regimens that you've been through in your life, and different parts of them. Maybe just 5% of this, 26% of that, 40% of something else, 70%, and on another day it might be mixed up a bit more. But you keep a regular practice routine fitness-wise, and you regularly practice the things that you enjoy mostly in martial art. That's why every martial artist is slightly different in how they train and their ways they move. Okay, but yeah, in this video I just want to say, I think what I'll do is I'll stop this video here. I won't say it anymore. I think it's the best thing. I just want to say to everybody, thank you for watching me and my channel, my martial arts. You can see I'm not a tough guy. You can see I'm not a great martial artist anyway, but I'm happy to continue sharing. And the martial arts, I will continue to share. But it's just, that's the whole thing, because I know what I know is real, and it's okay to be called a coward and showing nothing, but it's like, if I'm in videos and I'm showing stuff and it's not really getting it across, even in any way, then it's even more, it's pointless, But, there are some real tough fighters out there who maybe even sports fighters, they've been in the ring many times, but some of these people, even them, nobody's invincible. But you're wrong to always think you know everything. But you're right to just keep training. To just train by yourself and train with other people. And martial arts is so good for the fitness as well, anyway, the health and the focus of the mind. A lot of the training is really for calmness of the mind and focus. And you're exercising your body to be in some level of strength and flexibility. And when you learn about balance, and the angling and then the whole every posture, you understand a lot. So when you train with someone, you should be able to understand and think about, how is this not realistic in real life? If someone's trying to grab you and beat the hell out of you, how is it not realistic to cover here, block, whenever someone's choking you, how you can control? Can you stand strong? Could you throw them down? How do these moves work? You have to literally study it and make that good combination. You become a very solid, you'll be all rounded in a lot of ways, but you've got to be more solid though as a martial artist to understand the fitness training concepts and the techniques, how they work. You can't just be so close-minded. You can't just stay doing one thing and that's it, or be like saying that oh, that wouldn't work and all this, or just robotic, rigid, trying to force fancy movements as well, or just doing some one way of fight. Maybe you're a tough MMA guy or whatever, but you're just close-minded to other ways of training, basically movement, because someone tells you that Kung Fu Bushido, or you see some video of some guy getting beaten up who's wearing a Kung Fu suit or something. You say, well, no, that guy was who he was. Whether they're doing Aikido or whatever, I'm just saying, okay? So thanks for watching. I'm going to do another video showing some basic techniques in another video, okay, so check it out soon. Some stance work maneuvers basically, from like karate and kung fu. Just my own flow, but like you'll see these concepts in karate and in kung fu, okay, so I'm going to show you that in another video. And just take care of yourselves. If you'd like to see anything more specifically, or if you'd like to know anything more about martial arts, do let me know, okay? Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take care now. Thanks a lot, yeah.